Hi everybody. This is confirming the fact that I have not fallen off the face of the earth. It has been a number of years actually since I've put anything up here on my Tenor Madness 60 page. And I just wanted to say to everybody, thank you very much for all your views and your comments, and I hope I've been able to help somebody along the way learn maybe a couple of things. However, I do have a couple of new students, and since this video page is really for my students, I need to put a few things up here, and it's going to be just some basic beginner stuff, and hopefully anybody else that looks at it, I hope it helps you too. First of all, your stick. I prefer the wooden shank and a nice soft mallet. These are made by a guy in Chicago. I don't know if he even makes them anymore. You'll see I got some nice cotton tapes on here. They're nice and soft and they don't dig into your skin. But you're going to have to choose the kind of stick that you like and the kind of strings that you like. First, putting them on your fingers, there's a couple ways to do it. I'll show you the way I like to do it, and that is to make sure your strings are untwisted, and you're going to stick your pinky through the string and bring your hand up and around and make an X. You can see in between my fingers there's an X. Okay, and then you're going to bring that string around your middle finger and over top of your index finger. Now, some people will put their hands together and say, okay, well, as far as how tight the string is, it's got to make it so that the stick stands at a certain degree angle. You got to work it out to whatever you want it to be as far as what's comfortable for you. You just have to be able to spin the stick freely with your wrists. Okay, so that's lesson number 1, putting the stick on your hand. You want to also not tighten up the knot down here until you get the stick or get the string exactly the way you like it, exactly the length that you like it. And that's going to depend on how big your fingers are, how big your hand is, and when you get to the point where you need to learn how to stop your stick and bring it up into a position where you can actually do something with it, that's going to determine how long or how big your string actually is. So I'll do my my other stick on here, on my other hand, and you can see that yes, there is an X there. The string does cross itself over top of my middle finger and then over top of my index finger. So this is what it should look like. Now, there are other ways of doing it. Some people will do a smaller string, and they'll even do like a slip knot around their ring finger. Personally, I don't like this because it tightens up on your finger. It'll work, but it will tighten up on your finger. And this finger will look different from these fingers in that it's going to look purple, because it's not getting any blood to the end of it. So there's that way. If I can get this off. And there's just the simple way of looping it around your pinky and then around your forefinger. This way works as well. I don't think you have as much control on the stick when it comes to stopping the stick. And you also stand a greater chance of the stick flying off of your hand, which I have never have happened to me before. Anyway, that's kind of lesson 1. I'm going to stop here so my video isn't too long, and I'll go on to 2.